And welcome everyone to a special live stream between me and Curtis here. And I gotta say, Curtis, I swear we must have traveled back in time. I swear we're in 1775 because we are and people are out in the streets marching because we do not want a king. And speaking about whiny little British pile of sticks, there, right? We are gonna talk about BLM and Antifa, why they're domestic terrorists. We're gonna put it in credit eating terms for you there.
I
With me, I got the
we're,
Tired Midnight Blogger. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, but you promised me crayons to eat. Where are they?
Oh, you want me to
I'm
go
just
grab them?
teasing.
You want me to
No,
go
I'm
grab
just
them?
Yippee
I got,
ki
I got a whole thing of them I can grab for you.
if I could literally eat them, I'd do it. But that's what I should do is I should put up a goal to eat a crayon if I get like some insane amount. I would make it a cheap amount, but I literally have
you,
no crayons
well, you're forgetting.
anymore, so I would have to.
You're forgetting. I got two kids, and then the gal I was with had her own kids, so we got plenty of
Right.
crayons.
You
And
got plenty of crayons.
I'm
Nice.
ready to. I am ready to sue Crayola because their
Why?
strawberry one does not taste like strawberries.
Well,
But should we say hello to our wonderful people in the chat?
let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. And welcome, LDG, yo. And welcome, Nemesis of
Yo.
Eden goes, hail, you beautiful beings. I hope you're doing well tonight. So far, so good. Just some back pain like normal. And don't forget to like and subscribe, you legends.
Yes,
Yeah.
please, please,
And,
please.
JP's goes, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. And welcome, PvP. This is just a special stream. Me and Curtis have been discussing behind the scenes here for a while.
We're
We
going
finally,
to destroy the world. I mean, we're going to discuss controversial things with
yeah.
extreme relish.
Oh, what the hell? I don't know why that happened. And JP says fry bread with crayons. And welcome to the Phantom Boomer. He goes strawberries. And JP says I'm sad that Crayola changed the names of crayons to be Woko. Did they? Go figure. All right. So, you want me to bring up the Webster's? I'm gonna bring up the Webster's uh,
Definition of
definition of
terrorism? Yeah, hell to the yeah. Let's do that.
yeah.
What is a terrorist? Let's keep it really simple. And I have set up a goal on my channel. I made it big because this is a big thing for me. But 10 super chats of $5 or higher, and I will go and buy a crayon, and on my next stream I will eat it live
Fuck it, we'll
for
do it live. I need to get that clip
10
back.
10
All
supers. But I can't do it now
right.
because I have no crayon in this house. So
Hey, for $20, I'll eat a crayon. All right, so the unlawful use of, or so it's a noun, domestic terrorism, the unlawful use of violence or threats against a country's civilian population or government by an individual or group based and operating within the same country or without foreign direction, with the goal of furthering political, social, and ideological objectives. All right,
okay.
would you say burning down a whole city there count as domestic terrorism? How about
My
two,
go ahead.
where they had $2 billion of property damage, like three dozen people killed in onset riots, 700 officers injured there, and not only that, just thousands of videos of people acting like animals.
Yeah, but that you have to put it into perspective, gorillas. You have to remember that on January 6th, there was one shot fired. So compared to one shot fired, that's really very a reasonable thing. And also, you have to remember that we agree with the objectives of Antifa and BLM, whereas the Republicans are evil, racist, Nazi pig dogs.
Yeah.
So,
All right. And welcome, Resolute Germ. He's going, hello.
Grizzle Jeremy.
And JP says, don't eat it, snort the crayon. And welcome, Suzanne. Welcome.
Meet
And
you all the way.
Boomer saying hello to everybody. And so glad we got everybody that says hello to
Hey,
And welcome,
Theme
Kevin's
Park.
Theme Park
Woo.
Adventure. Oh, Gorilla, you're just raucous. Oh, hey, come on, Boomer. Why do you think me so low? I'm at least a xenophobe, exphobe, homophobe, racist, bigoted, misogynist. What was those other? What are those other freaking buzzwords I was supposed to use?
I can't remember all of them. I've completely lost track. I would like to let all of my liberal friends know that I am in fact getting fitted for my brown shirt. And, the Mustache Man rally is coming soon. I'll be right out there marching, and then we're going to march to your door and arrest you.
Hey, Steven Crowder has one laying around because one of the guys on the show was wearing it.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
The mustache and all. He did the mustache and all.
Wow.
And JP says Gavin Newsom would be a terrorist too then. Yeah. Oh, I got a whole list of politicians. And everybody's saying
hello, you fool.
That's great.
I love
Everybody
you.
says hello to each other.
I love this community. Why do you think I keep streaming?
Hey, I'm so phobic. I'm a phobophobe.
Yes. That's me right there. Phobophobe.
Thought turf.
Okay. So yes, exactly. I'll be running around with a helmet going, very interesting. So I am like very out of date. Please, if you can do so without completely getting our channels thrown off the platform anyway. What is THOT?
So that hole over there. Or that horror over
there. Very clever. Very clever.
So, anyhow, we've had a recent thing there, especially at ice facilities there, especially in Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
Antifa's been in full. Okay, let me ask you a question here, Curtis.
Yes, I'll try to have an intelligent answer. Yes.
If like BLM and Antifa and all these other Democrat brown shirts or foot soldiers there, how come when they hear that there's going to be an Antifa, BLM, or anything protest going on, everybody runs to Menards there and grabs as much plywood as they can and start boarding up their windows. But yet when they hear that there's going to be a 2A rally or any other kind of like protest or a rally on the conservative side there, that the liquor stores put in emergency orders for more beer.
Oh well, this is very obvious. So the plywood is put up to keep all of the right wing anti-protesters that are going to violently come through and steal all their stuff. Now, what interests me is how many of these white supremacists don't have white skin. But the more the merrier, I say. And I also noticed a shocking lack of KKK hoods. I don't know. Maybe
the KKK was Democrats, but
they were. They were. Hell yeah, they were.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I still think it's funny when was it Larry Elder that they called the white face or the black face of white supremacy?
Oh,
that was
God.
a funny.
Have you seen Kanye's video? I'm not. I know we're not worried about demonetization. We're just going to assume it happens. But I still don't want to say the words that he's using.
Oh, I seen that he has a shirt for sale with the swastika on it.
It's like so he's got all these black gentlemen but not really looking very gentlemanly. And some of them have KKK hoods, only they're black instead of white. And he's saying the unmentionable words of what a black man is and what Mustache Man's followers are. And I think I hate to say it, I think I understand what he's trying to say, but I could be the crazy one.
I got a couple of music videos I could send you, but I think it's kind of funny here. I'm just going full bore, and you're still censoring yourself.
Well, you know, I'm going to censor myself a little tiny bit, you know, but no, go full bore. You gave me fair warning, so it's on me if I get upset. So, you know.
Hey, I said I've already figured we're gonna be demonetized. Might as well make it worth it.
No, yeah, I say the same thing.
Let's see. Boomer says closet Philatius, whatever that means.
You know, I should know, but I don't.
Yeah. Kapla, Jeff. Welcome to the channel.
Kapla, glory to you and your house.
And JP says fat hot chicks. Hey, I've known some bigger women that are pretty beautiful there. I'll tell you that.
Wow, wow.
But of course, I got what my friends call me as a chubby chaser.
Oh, I don't want to know.
And welcome, Tony _ Indiana. Welcome. He goes, I want crayons. Oh, I got plenty of them in the thing. I should have brought the thing out. And Boomer says, Bia. He's asking Tony what flavor. So he wants a banana one. Welcome.
Hey, yeah. Lizzie. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It was Larry. I'm confused now.
Yeah, I am too.
Welcome,
Lizzie. Welcome.
All right, so you want to bring up your first? You said you had an article ready for us?
Yeah, and I know I'm boring when I read, but just let me know when it's too boring, or maybe we can interject some interesting comments. Is that Sharon?
Let's take a. We'll just kind of break it down here. Oh yeah, Larry Elder. Larry Elder.
Gotcha. So
he also is the one that got in trouble there for telling because he made the comment there that Trump's done more for women's health than any of Michelle's nutrition programs, because he got him to put down the potato chips and get up off the couch and out marching in the streets.
You know, I know this is a topic that's off the side, but I got into it with my friends about Kennedy and the Tylenol thing, and I got into them with him so bad I finally just left the conversation because anyway, that's a discussion for another day. But all these women who are pregnant, who are deliberately taking way too much Tylenol, even if we're saying that Tylenol is not harmful, you can still take too much just because they hate Trump. They're willing to put themselves and their baby in danger. What the actual fuck?
Here's the thing that people don't understand, and that staying here. I'll put this in crane eating terms of Tylenol thing.
Yes,
because this was media manipulation. You could see media
manipulation. Yeah,
manipulation, real time there, because the people are like, oh, autism was discovered in like 35, and Tylenol didn't start till 38. Okay, Tylenol's a brand fucking name, not the actual medicine. The medicine is like
exactly.
or minnow or
acetaminophen. Yes.
Yeah. Which was discovered in 1870s, 1880s there. And and they weren't saying that it causes autism. What they're saying is they have 4 research papers saying that there could be links to it.
Yeah. Well, and then my friends were all like, well, causation, is not the same as, or what was it? Correlation is not the same as causation. I know that. But at the same time, if you have enough studies, and I don't know, I really don't. I don't know how many studies there are, but if you have a fair number of studies, maybe it's not like they're mandating this. They're just saying maybe if you're pregnant, don't, definitely don't go over your recommended amount and talk to your doctor, which, what the heck is wrong with saying that?
Yeah, and even on the medicine bottle it says, "Hey, if you're pregnant, talk to your doctor to make sure it's essential
Yeah.
there." But and and these of course these studies came out of these bastions of conservatism, like the Harvard, what was it, MIT,
Right
the
wingers,
there's two others I can't remember.
rabid right wingers, all
Oh,
of them.
Cyanide Institute or something. Those bastions of conservatism right there.
Yes. Well, so the left insists Antifa isn't a real organization despite multiple violent public incidents. I'm not sure what they're
Oh,
saying, but
oh, okay.
yes,
Let me ask a question. If they
yes,
are not an organization, there,
yes.
how can on their website there they have fundraising spots, that donations where you can donate to
Okay,
Antifa?
okay. Since we're doing this on a crayon eating level, have you ever? I can't remember the name. It was one of the times that I wish Moira was on here because she would know exactly what I'm talking about. But have you ever read or heard about how the communist organizations are set up in countries before the communist revolutions?
The
They're
decentralized local groups with
yes, yes,
one
yes,
coordinated goal. You know why
yes.
they want to know why they're set up like that?
Well,
It's
there's
because
all kinds of reasons, but go ahead.
they know that they're going to be violating the law. They know they're looking,
Hmm.
and they know that when they what's the one? Okay, what have we learned the last 25 years of fighting in the Middle East? You take out the top dog, you work your way
Yes,
down, and and the whole organization falls apart. What
yes.
once we actually, that's how we got rid of. That's how we got rid of ISIS. There. That's how we got rid of Al Qaeda. That's how we tried to do it with the Taliban, but they just went and hid in the hills. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
they claim they're decentralized and all that. But you get the same faces popping up at all these protests here.
Oh,
Okay, if they're not an organized organization, what? How come whenever there's going to be an Antifa protest or riot and all that, pilots a whole U-Haul show with shields and bats, goggles, milk, bricks,
yeah,
frozen water bottles, shit.
yeah. You're
You know,
telling me it's not an organization, but somehow you've got funding. You've got lots of funding.
you got funding, you got people
You've
bringing
got
in supply, you got
you
supply
have
line.
a communist cellular organization's motif. Um, you can say it's not an organization, maybe, but by the same notion, anyway, it's all a bunch of word salad. It's a bunch of
Yeah.
confusing things just to make us. Basically, it's like saying that well, that one assassin was registered Republican, so all assassins are registered Republican, and I know it's true because Kimmel said so.
Oh, here's the part that pisses me off about all this. Every time now it seems like every time there's a fucking shooting, all the left goes, "It's a right mega person, it's a mega person,"
Yep.
or they start putting this way. You're like, what
Yeah.
happened
They'll.
to a person just being a nutcase and maybe he had a problem, like the guy with the church. Everybody's pointing out his mega. Okay, he was mega, but it wasn't a political attack. It was a fuck you to the Mormons, is what it was.
Yeah. Well, I need to look more into that, but yeah, it was just a fucking crazy person. But I mean, I had this discussion with someone the other day, and it was, I don't know. I can't always tell if I'm getting through to people or not. But after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, I'm kind
Yeah.
of tired
All
of
right.
pulling my
So
punches. Go for it. You want me to read the article or what? What do
yeah,
we
let's
got?
catch up on the chats here. Let's catch
Yes,
up on
let's do
chats
that.
and we'll read here.
Sounds
Yeah,
great.
and Boomer said Elder. Yep. And Lizzie, it's nice to see everyone. And that says the article's too boring.
It probably is.
JK. And everybody. And 10:50 a.m. here. Well, you're in for a wild ride here, Lizzie and Howdy. And check your Facebook posted videos on how
Yeah,
Antifa runs free and can. Well, we're not gonna play the videos on screen because that there will get us yanked down with copyright right alone.
yeah, it won't just
I'm not sure.
demonetize us.
Yeah,
They'll actually pull us down.
yeah, yeah. If I'm gonna be demonetized, I want it for something I said, not something I played.
Exactly.
At least none of us are a co- copper like a certain West Coast governor. Okay, like all West Coast governors. Exactly. World War One triggered many changes across Europe and conflicts in the region results in post-war stress. Results of
Yeah,
post-war stress.
yeah, not wrong. Not wrong.
Yeah. And welcome,
Jason
Jason Jones. He says,
Jones, good friend of mine. He's telling me not to eat the crayons. I'll poop funny for a week, but I'll take that risk if I can get those 10 super chats of at least $5 value.
yeah. JP says, or Susan saying hello to JP's. As the world wars were fought across the Middle East, causing unrepaired damage across land and people. Well, it's more the fact is that we didn't set the 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 borders of the Middle East are not cultural borders, or else we'd have a Kurdistan and a Shia land and a Sunni land and a this land. That they're political borders mostly written up by Britain and France.
Oh, hell,
That's
they even
the
have a Kurdistan.
they no they
But
don't.
a,
But that's the problem. That's the problem in the Middle East. It's political borders, not culture borders.
yes, yes, your point is valid. Whether there's a Kurdistan or not,
Yeah.
your point is
And
valid. Wasabi.
welcome, Herc. Welcome, welcome. If a bunch of folks show up at the same time to disrupt something, I'll bet they are organized.
Well, if you
Yeah,
watch
we'll
the,
watch them later. They're PvP.
yeah, we will, we will. Hello,
And
Tony.
didn't expect to play him here. Yeah, because I'm not sure how the copyright works on news and all that. And I'm already sending weekly fuck you letters to Warner Brothers. So
Yeah,
I saw no
exactly.
terrorism at today's rise. Well,
And that's
LGG.
good.
Yeah, well, LGG. Here's the thing. At these No King protests, the reason that they're so peaceful is because the gray hair per capita is higher than the weight per capita at Comic Con.
Yep. Well, you got to understand they've got these things going on two different levels. You know, they had all their riots, and then people saw through the
Yeah.
riots, even though they were blatantly lied
Oh,
to and told that they were peaceful
yeah.
protests.
And plus, they're not. It's not dark out yet.
It's not dark
Usually,
out yet.
usually
Yeah.
the riots come after nightfall. And let's
But I
see.
also go ahead.
Yeah, those people were too old to terrorize anybody. Turn the Middle East into a obsidian parking lot. No, 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 no. You turn it into glass so you can turn it into solar panels.
Pave the Middle East, put up a parking lot. Do wop wop wop
Of
wop.
course, I said the borders were caused by the things. Yeah, we're not
Right.
real. We're not a real organization. We're an anarcho
Yes.
syndicate commune. Oh
Yes,
no, we see the
accounting
violence
sheet.
inherent to the system. Help, help! I'm not repressed.
I'm being repressed. Can I just read that one
Yeah.
again? I love that. We're not a real organization. We're an anarcho-syndicalist commune. Oh, now we see the violence inherent in the system. Help, help, I'm being repressed. Beautiful, beautiful accounting sheet.
Yeah.
Applause.
Yeah. Well, you know what the part that pissed me off the most about this Antifa here? And welcome, Jim.
What's that?
Welcome. He says hello. Is that they're using the soldiers that stormed Normandy there as these are the original anti-fascists. You know what? Keep their names out of your fucking horn mouths. I'll tell you that right now because those are those were not anti-fascists. They're true American patriots fighting for fighting a war that we got dragged into. There we had to sit there and fucking tell the Europe how to play fucking nice. Their
Can I say?
anti-fascist was actually a movement set up in Italy. There was it Italy or was it Spain?
It was in
That was
Italy,
actually
I
just a
think.
communist equivalent. They were just a communist movement saying that they're anti-fascist.
Well,
Is
they
what it
were
was.
socialist. Well, they were socialist movement, which I realize a lot of people think that it's pedantic. And when we're talking crayon eating terms, yeah, we might as well just call them communists. But two things I'd like to say, if I can even keep them in my mind. One is one of my friends. There was a time frame when we were close friends. Then things started to be like, what the hell are you saying here? And he probably thought the same thing about me. And then there was a phase where I was like, really, what the fuck are you saying here? And now it's like, I don't even want to talk to the guy anymore. But where I'm going with this is he shared a Facebook post once with Captain America and a bunch of things. And my heroes all like to punch Nazis. And I was like, you're saying I'm a fucking Nazi? How the fuck are we supposed to be friends? How are we? Is it possible to be a friend with someone who thinks I'm a fucking Nazi?
Yeah.
And the second thing is, there's a poignant video several years ago. A Marine from World War II turned 98, and they posted his thing online, and it was beautiful. But one of the things he said was, this world that we have right now was not the world that they fought for. That he hates that this generation will never know what true freedom is. So that's from what's left of the horse's mouth. You know, we can put words in these people's mouths all we want. And, oh, I would be all for this rioting and Antifa and all this. Well, why don't we ask what the few that are still alive? So anyway,
Yeah. All right, let's get to this article here.
go. Oh yeah. Oh, there is an article. Yes. So Trump ordered National Guard troops to Portland, Oregon, as White House argued the city has been rocked by premeditated anarchy. Won't play the video. Democrat lawmakers and liberal media pundits are increasingly claiming Antifa does not exist. As president, which is odd because they have a website, as you said, but as President Donald Trump works to squelch the far left militant group following years of documented incidents of violence. No Antifa organization exists. This is made up. Former CNN journalist John Harwood posted to X on Wednesday. Little did you know, you just imagined Antifa. Name one member of Antifa. Democratic New York Representative Dan Goldman posted to X September 22. If it explicitly calls for the overthrow of the United States government, where can I find that statement? Trump is trying to suppress opposition by labeling anyone who dissents as a domestic terrorist. Don't be fooled. This is lawless and unconstitutional. But Democrats and liberals are increasingly claiming Antifa is not a real organization since Trump designated the group a domestic terror organization in September. Critics of the administration point to Antifa's lack of an established hierarchy or membership process. Read communist. I mean, here's the group, including Rose City Antifa and Proud Boys. They're both protesting.
So that's a picture of the protesters right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
June 29.
let's analyze this pic here. They're
Let's do.
unorganized. So if they're unorganized here, and they're all loose group fit, how come they all have pretty much the same helmets, exact same sweaters? There, they have
Well,
signs
I'm
that are
not.
pre-printed.
I'm wondering which one's the police and which one's not. But are these Antifa, the people in the helmets? I don't
They're
know.
holding up signs, so those have to be the
Oh
so
hell, yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, those outfits took a pretty penny. So for something that's not an organization, how the fuck did they come up with the money for that? Antifa's a foreign.
Well, and here's
Go
the
ahead.
thing:
Yeah.
in one of their
Go ahead.
latest attacks there, because Antifa's been attacking ICE facilities there. There
Yes.
where they'll lure out the ICE agents with fireworks when the ICE agents come to confront them there. What someone's been started sniping them from the woods.
Mm, mm.
I'm just waiting for an officer just to say fuck it, we've had enough and start shooting. I'm waiting for it.
I hope not, but it's what it's
I
based.
hope it
Yeah,
doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen either. But you got to be real with this.
but yeah, I mean, enough things happen.
Because the ICE officers are getting tired of getting shot at, they're getting tired of the bottle rockets, and they're getting tired of them getting attacked. Then people start recording that. See, here's a if you see a video, especially meant to piss you off and all that. Here's expand the video out a minute on each side because all people are doing they're just filming the fucking reaction, but they're not filming what caused that reaction. They're
Mm-hmm.
purposely putting these officers where they'll sit there and come up and they'll run up at them and throw a rock or something. Then when the officers go and tackle their ass to the ground, the only thing that's getting shown is that people getting
Is the
their ass
officer.
tackled to the ground and they go, "Oh, I'm a reporter. I work for this. Or I'm a reporter. Or I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher." Well, no one's above
Then
the
what are
fuck.
you doing throwing rocks?
Right,
Yeah.
if you want a federal officer, your ass is going to get thrown to the fucking ground and hauled in.
Right
All
on.
right, let's catch up on chats here. We got about
Yeah,
10
let's
more
do that.
chats here.
Woo.
Yeah, I already warned you, Curtis. I was going full bore tonight.
Gloom.
Yeah. Yeah, we see that the
Oh.
people of Gaza are being executed by Hamas so much for disarming. Yeah, but they're not attacking Israel. Israel can't say anything because it's within Gaza's borders, and they got a ceasefire and a non-intervention thing going.
Yeah.
Let's see, housing, health, and education are paramount for a population.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. True.
and let's see, and that Greta Looney complains they had to pay their way home after their fake flotilla was stopped. Well, maybe they should have gone.
Oh
How were
man,
they going to get home if they were?
that's just it. I don't mind someone. Well, maybe I should say this, but it doesn't bother me quite so much when someone wants to take on a cause and be an activist. But what does bother me is I want to take on a cause, I want to be an activist, but I want no consequences. That would be like me deciding I'm going to go
No,
preach the gospel
no.
and
This is
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. No, I'll give you a different angle to look at. This is where this
Yeah.
pisses you off. I'll give you a different angle. He got told months ago, stay the fuck away from Israel. Stay the fuck away from Palestine. You're entering a war zone there, which Israel was dominating. So therefore, Israel could technically set the rules.
Yeah.
They told her to stay the fuck away. She said, no, I'm gonna go anyway. I'm gonna go anyway. So don't be. This is a sense of entitlement here. When she got told to keep her fucking ass at home, and she decides to go anyhow, then she bitches that she has to go, that she has to pay for her way home. No, fuck you.
Yeah. Exactly. Commodore Productions just got done with one of his lives. Cool.
All right, we'll check it. I got it to where I'll check it out later. There, you can't be friends with someone who turns on you and says bad things about you, Curtis.
Well, and I'm sure to be fair, he wasn't thinking about me when he made that post, but he was thinking about Trump voters, and I'm a Trump voter.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Hey, let's see. You got that right, PvP there. Then the word journalist means little now if you mean talk mainstream media. Well, PvP. That's because you're pronouncing it wrong. It's pronounced journalist.
no. But
And welcome, accounting sheep. He says, "Sure, I'll name one member. New York Rep Dan Goldman. What do I win?
You win a crayon.
I'll ask you, who the fuck's Dan Goldman? I'll take Schumer. See there, Elon, and an apology on behalf of the sane people of Minnesota. I apologize for Elon Omar. No, she's not my district to move out, and there's no fucking way I'm moving to Little Somalia to vote her out.
So is it true that she married her brother? Or have I got her confused with someone else?
No, that's the thing that's going around. But the problem is, you got so many people debunking and claiming no, but blank blah blah blah. I don't know what to believe. I could get.
I got
It's
you.
one of those I don't care, and really that's the least of my worries with her.
Oh yeah, I
If she
mean,
wants,
yeah, no,
if she,
true.
I mean,
I'm
at
to the
least she's
point
keeping it in the family,
where,
but that's a whole different
yeah,
song. But
I,
that's all the things that she's said and done. That's the least of my worries there.
well, is it sad that we've gotten to a point where, yeah, we don't care if you're married to your brother, just don't be a fucking crazy. Anyway.
Well, let's see.
LDG, yes. Hopefully YouTube doesn't come after anybody. Shout out to the NSA agent monitoring this stream. But
Yeah,
I'm sure your foot would make a great
yeah,
organization.
yeah.
Yes.
And if you say enough fucked up shit on YouTube, there you can too could have your own NSA agent.
Yes.
Let's see. Erica Ishii is a proud Antifa member, and so is her wife, the person who played the main character of Ghost of Yoti. So what? Oh yeah,
So we've already
uh,
named two people right here, but it's not an
yeah.
organization. It's not an
We're not
organization.
an organization that proceeds wearing matching outfits. No matching outfits. All their supplies ready to go when they say that there's going to be a thing there. Bail fund already ready.
Yeah, the
I'd be
pallets
willing
of
to guess that Antifa
bricks.
members are being funded by over. No, 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 no.
No,
For
they're not.
no, actually, follow Glenn Beck. He said to follow the money. A lot of this money could get traced back to that fucking Nazi. Oh, alleged. Sorry, alleged Nazi George Soros.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's just it. You've got George Soros. You've got some of the Sam Walton's children.
Yeah, well,
You've got the usual suspects.
the
And
heir to
let's
the
not
Walton
forget,
fortune, the heir to the Walton fortunes was who's the one funding the No Kings protest.
yes, yes. And let's not forget, that all that USAID money. We know where some of it went. Where did it all go? And what other
Well,
organizations have they not come across that are
well,
funding things like this?
you notice that as soon as the USAID shut down, a lot of the shit calmed the fuck down for a long time there, and a lot of the shit disappeared there,
Yep.
and I'm seeing a lot less political advertisements.
Well,
And let's see, her comments about Charlie Kirk is what caused me to pull my pre-order of the game. Oh yeah, a lot of people canceled the games and stuff like that, and
yeah.
canceling. But here's my problem though: is
Yeah.
we want to punish these celebrities in these gaming places for for cheering on the death of Carly Church there. But how can say we get perfect example there? How can we punish one that said some beautiful things about Charlie Kirk there, but then another
Hmm.
person on the same show that said some awful things? Like I would like to
Yeah.
support the guy who played Chicote, but I want to punish Tim Russ.
Yeah.
But of
And
course, if you want to
honestly,
punish Tim Russ, just tell him we ain't fucking shit. Let's see. The officially declared terrorists now, right? We can wish bad things on them without YouTube getting mad. No, that's the
well,
problem. There's
yeah.
YouTube, and we gotta also be the better people. We can't go wishing harm and mocking, or while we can mock
No,
being arrested and all that. But if, say someone does end up getting killed, we cannot do what they did to Charlie there. We got to be the
no.
better people. We got to show them we're better people.
Well, we've got to be able to win the argument with argument, not
Yeah,
with bullets, or we really don't have an argument.
yeah.
We've lost it.
And Jeff B says the frog costume keeps showing up at the rallies to just be different.
Yeah, what's
no,
up with that?
uh, I can tell you, this is called fifth generational warfare. You show
Yes.
you show that picture there of all of them wearing black and hoods and all that. We can easily denounce them and call them terrorists there. But no, they're just having a party in the streets. Look at this cute little frog. Does he look like a domestic terrorist to you?
Gotcha.
But
Yeah,
I love, yeah, I will praise an who sprayed a bunch of pepper spray in that one guy in the ventilation hole on the frog costume. You deserve a raise, sir. You get the official gorilla pat on the back. And I stole that one from Angry Cop. So there's a shout out to Angry Cop for stealing his idea. And let's see, they found very little food on the flotilla plane, junk food and alcohol. So, yeah, and alcohol is not even allowed in Muslim countries or Muslim
yeah.
states.
No, they're not. Or they're not supposed
Yeah,
to
even,
be. So
yeah, even when we're at war in Iraq, we're at war. We're supposed to, and we're winning the war. We get to set the rules. We still couldn't bring alcohol in to respect the Muslim population.
I don't know.
Yeah, and hi,
Hey, Railway Nation.
hey, real way,
Howdy.
welcome. Man, holy crap, these chats keep going. I finally figured out the dark horse is one after testing if coming up soon. Nice. Well, she wore short pants and played music, which Cher is frowned upon. Well, music's not so frowned upon, but yeah, she will be wearing a burqa if she really respected them. Greta is nothing more than a self-serving narcissist that only wants to promote herself. No, she found a way that she's a money grabber. She found a ways that she could make money. Remember, years ago she was climate change, and when that stalled, she had to find another cause. Okay, how did we get on Greta Thunberg here when we're talking about Antifa and BLM? I still would not be surprised if peer influence was at the play here. The NEPS is good for you. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow night, Curtis.
Yeah, I'm going to be joining him after work on his Discord channel. So, woo! Between work and gigs, I'm booked. Trouble is, you can't win an argument with the extreme left. That's why Charlie's gone. And I found the same thing. It's like I don't even want to win the argument. I just don't want to be gaslighted.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, Herc says he agrees. He met video. He had taking typo. And Greta's parents taught her to be a professional grifter. Yep.
I want to be a professional grifter.
Yeah. All right, let's continue with the article.
All right, let's see what else the Fox News has got to say. Antifa is a far-left militant movement that pitches itself as anti-fascist activist group that frequently mobilizes during high-profile protests and riots, such as during the consecutive nights of national violence at the height of the 2020 riots. Trump ordered National Guard troops to Portland, Oregon, and I know I got into a heated discussion with a liberal friend of mine about whether or not that's good or bad. I had to remind them that George Washington led troops against riots. Just saying. But anyway, they did that at the end of September, with the White House arguing the city had been rocked by premeditated anarchy that has scarred the city for years, leaving officers battered, citizens terrorized, and property defaced at the hands of Antifa members. Since early June, Antifa militants have laid siege to the ICE field office in South Portland. These lunatics have violently breached the facility by using a stop sign as a battering ram, hurled explosives and other projectiles, burned an American flag, repeatedly assaulted, attacked, and injured officers with pepper spray, rocks, bricks, and trash, doxed officers, berated neighbors, and even rolled out a guillotine, the White House posted in an announcement of the order on September 30th. But of course, we've got to remember that all of that pales in comparison to the one gunshot on January 6th. In the days since Trump first floated deploying the National Guard to Portland, Oregon, Democrats and other critics have claimed Antifa does not exist. or pose a threat to law-abiding residents. I don't even know what Antifa is. I know what the definition of Antifa is. There is no group, podcast host F. Chuck Todd said in September. In honor of you, Rush Limbaugh, I'm going to add the F in front of Chuck Todd every time. I hope he can first define what Antifa is, because there is no Antifa organization. He's using the Charlie Kirk murder as a pretext to go after people that he disagrees with, Goldman added in a CNN interview in September. And here we have President Trump. You notice that Fox News makes him look grand and heroic, and everyone else makes him look orange and disgusting.
Oh yeah, people have been putting side by side videos together and clips and all that.
And I learned that orange, it's fucking fake. It's fucking, they do it with filters, and and fuck them and the horse they rode in on. You know, again, I'm not saying that this article is a paragon of reporting, but at least they're giving us some quotes. I mean, Jesus H.
Well, we were talking about this last night. We don't we need styles like John Boy's right newspaper
We
style there. We're talking. Yeah, I don't know if you were if you listened to last night's stream.
I didn't. Sorry, I was at work. But
they're
anyway,
they're having a run election for the county sheriff and all that, and John Boy did equal representation for Sheriff F. Bridges. You know, the old school, knows everybody in his family, laid back sheriff who, instead of giving you a DUI and throwing you in the jail cell there, he'd give you a ride home there, or he's helped babies, or someone needed a ride to the hospital, give it to the new guy, some old sting there, where he's just coming in and they find out he's going to be a stepping stone to get into the Senate, but nobody knew and all that. And then John Boy gave them both equally. He did not slant the newspaper, even though he's doing.
That's his job.
Even though Ed Briggs has been there for the family, he's there. He didn't. You know, when like Ben was arrested, he did. He got hold of the family. He helped put the house fire out when their house caught on fire. He's probably been there with the babies. He's taken the families to the hospital. They've helped take the families to the hospitals, you know, in the episodes and stuff there. And John Boy did not slant the article to make him look better, even though he's more dry than what people like. And you have this charming little I'll vote for him because he has fuck me eyes come in,
right.
And the way they had part of that episode there's a lot of women. That's why they wanted to vote for him. Because he had fuck me eyes. Some dipshits in California that voted for Newscum.
Yeah, because he's good looking. Yeah, I don't doubt that's true.
Let's catch up on it. We got a couple chats here.
Chat.
You can't win an argument with any extremists usually.
No, not wrong.
They'll keep changing the subject. I always say just ignore them. I sell for rational discussions. Well, that's kind of long and gone. And have a good night there, Real Wade.
Have a good night, Real Wade. Have a good one.
Yeah. And night, Jim.
Commodore. Good night, Jim boy.
Yeah. No, he just likes Jim. No Jim boy.
I got Jim. You. Sorry.
Facts are the extreme left use violence because they can't win a rational discussion. Yeah. Right center folks generally demonstrate peacefully. Impartial John Boy journalism should be the rule.
It should be.
Yeah. Demonstrations are horseshit unless you have the proper permits. Maybe in Canada, but like here, I could gather a bunch of people march down the street and tell you, yay, fuck you, without a permit. But a bunch of people are also going to look at me like, you guys are a bunch of dipshits.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Fuck Me Eyes isn't a rap song.
It probably
Coming
is.
Coming soon to the Unio Studio near you.
Gorilla's Random Thoughts. And the new song. Oh.
Fuck me.
Goodness gracious. All right. So.
All right.
The claims echo the left-wing narrative of 2020 when Democrats and liberals argued Antifa did not exist as cities saw repeated nights of violent protest. And we covered that on both of these channels, at least a little bit. Protests and riots following the killing of George Floyd when he was in police custody. Democratic New York Representative Jerry Nadler, for example, called Antifa a myth when he pressed about 2020's violence in July of that year, the Washington Times reported.
Point of order.
Say what?
You mentioned George Floyd there. I want to
Yes,
clear
sir.
some things up here. George
Yes, sir.
Floyd did not die from a knee on the neck. First of all, the knee wasn't on his neck; it was on his back there, across his shoulder blades, on his back. He asked to get placed on the ground there. He was saying he can't breathe long before he was even put in there. And he's pulled that stunt multiple times with officers. There's videos popping up. Every time he gets pulled, he pulls that I can't breathe, I can't breathe. So he could go to the hospital to try to get out of the thing there. He just wanted to go to the hospital so he didn't have to go to the jail cell there. And not only that, they found a chewed up 8-ball in the back of a fucking squad car there with his DNA on
Holy
it.
shit.
He
I did
died
not
from
know
an
any of
overdose
that.
of methamphetamine. He died of an overdose of methamphetamine and fentanyl there.
That's crazy.
But I will congratulate him on his 5 years sober.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Was that too far? Was that too far?
Maybe, but I mean, you warned me you were going to go full bore, so again, I'm not going to complain. Democratic New York Representative Jerry Nadler, for example, called Antifa a myth. Joy Behar of The View brushed off Antifa as a fictitious idea in 2021, adding that it's a thing that doesn't even exist. Then FBI Director Chris Wray, under Trump's first administration, also told lawmakers in 2020 that Antifa is not a group or an organization, it's a movement or an ideology.
All right, point of order. Christopher Wray is not a reliable source. He's under an investigation for lying to Congress.
Indeed he is. But that's just Trump trying to pick on the good guys. You got to understand.
Welcome, Big Al Presents. I hope I don't scare you tonight.
Big Al, welcome. I'm so sorry if this one's a little too far, but we just decided for fun that we'd get together and offend as many people as possible. Hopefully on one side, but we'll see. Maybe we'll offend everybody. So the phrase was later repeated by Joe Biden during his debate against Trump ahead of the 2020 election. The White House doubled down that Antifa is a radical terrorist organization who has been wreaking havoc and perpetrating violence on American communities for far too long. When asked about the left downplaying the group's existence, anyone denying this reality is either intentionally lying or just plain stupid. President Trump and his entire administration are committed to stopping Antifa's violence once and for all. White House spokeswoman and I believe also very beautiful in a bikini, Abigail Jackson said. Antifa and individuals associated with the group, however, have repeatedly been tied to violence.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too. They know how far they can press the buttons, or they know they can get bailed out and that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not only that, they know that they all this is happening in court too. You know why they wear all black? They all wear the same outfits.
Why?
So when they go to the court there, and when they go to the court there, and the officer goes, that guy, I pulled him out after he threw a rock. And then the defense attorney goes, well, he was wearing all black. Were there other people wearing all black? Yes. Could you see his face? No, they're wearing a mask. So how do you know that you got the right person who threw that rock? It plants that reasonable doubt in the jury's mind right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they want to go for racketeering and conspiracy.
Yeah. Exactly. Independent journalist Andy Go.
No. No.
No, is it no?
Yeah.
Okay, like James Gwynn,
The G
with
is
the N in
silent.
the front. Gotcha.
The G is silent.
Andy Ngo gained national prominence in 2019 when he was attacked by masked Antifa members during a Portland, Oregon protest. The radical left-wing group also was accused of heightening tensions throughout the 2020 protests and riots, including supporters and members establishing the CHOP zone in Seattle that year. And my left-wing friends all deny that that happened,
Yeah. Well,
which
here's the thing there with the chop zone. That's supposed to be like an
mm-hmm, yes,
anarchist free zone, right? Well,
yes,
what's the
yes.
first thing that they did? These Antifa members did when they set up that chop zone.
I don't have
They
any
set up
idea what did
borders
they
and
do.
they put up borders and made checkpoints. But yet
Yep.
we're not allowed to have borders for the country.
Yeah. Well, what's good for Antifa is not good for America. See?
Yeah.
So anyway, they described itself as a so-called autonomous zone free of police that saw a handful of violence, including the fatal shooting of a 16-year-old boy. And I do not know the truth of it, but I've heard that there were much more than a handful that it
There's a
just
couple
wasn't
of people they
reported.
tried going into the chop zone. There's two girls that tried going into the chop zone, and they had over 300 rounds pumped into their vehicle.
Oh my God. Back in 2018, a supporter of Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders was attacked by Antifa militants for carrying an American flag in Portland, Oregon, while a Trump supporter there was shot and killed, making this just as violent as January 6th, because there's only one death.
Talking about that guy, that Trump supporter that shot in Portland. There, you know how they always say that the right wing is more violent than the left wing.
Oh,
There,
yeah. Yeah, I know.
well, they consider anybody who is right of Stalin there as right wing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I've nothing in common with the white supremacists or nothing. There, I'm just a guy
No.
who gets up, goes work, comes home, takes a shit, then starts streaming for a couple hours and goes to bed.
Yeah, the
Bed
Nazis and
there,
the Proud
yeah,
Boys and the
and
white supremacist
they
skinheads, they can all go get
they
fucked.
they they skew the numbers there. Where even
Hmm.
like if a white person stabs another person in prison, that's considered political violence. But
Yes.
but yet, for all we know, it could have been over a piece of cornbread. For all we know.
Well,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
but then they did not count that. They did not count that shooting of a Trump supporter in Portland as political violence. None of the BLM riots in 2020 or the Summer of Love were counted as political violence.
Well, of course not. We
So
can define it however the fuck we
so
want.
so
So
any source there wants to clip that wants to that does not put those two things in their statistics there cannot be trusted. And I'm getting you feisty tonight here,
you
Curtis.
are well. I'm willing to go along anyway. And
Like,
I have a feisty side. I just usually rein it in.
yeah. Well,
So
I'm getting you feisty here. I'm rubbing off on you.
no, not that. And I want to remind you, we're doing Dark Shadows in about an hour, so we probably need to
Okay,
not wind it down. But
let's catch up on these chats here.
yes, sir.
Yeah. You can't get permits in Canada for peaceful protest. Well, that's Canada. You need a constitution. Dem still say
Come,
Antifa is not a thing. Good evening, all. Welcome, Matt Cheatwood. Welcome.
hey, welcome, Matt
And my
Cheatwood.
point exactly, said JP's. And hello, my friend.
Hello, Big
Hello, my
Al
friend.
presents, who's been
And
doing the 30 word or the 30 reviews in 310 words or less for October.
yeah. And Joy Behart is a stupid cut. Yeah, well,
So say we all.
we said that about the view of the. I gotta find that clip we did
Oh
did a
man,
while about the view. I have to send you that clip there when we were talking about the view there.
Richard Gutfield
But
just trashes them.
but you notice that the most miserable people have names like Joy and Sunny.
Not wrong.
Girls
Not
should be done
wrong.
to stream in a speedo if we really wanted to get crazy. I'm thinking of it,
No.
but I think my shirt kind of says it Oh, Jesus Christ, trying to get my fat ass up here. Huh. No, but I think my shirt says it all here. Sometimes fuck you in English is not enough, and it has 30 different languages on how to say fuck you. It doesn't matter how Antifa is described if you're violent, if they're violent.
Well, this is what
it matters to the course and it matters to the propaganda.
This is what I can't seem to get my friends to understand. I don't give a fuck what someone is registered as. If they are shooting someone, they're fucking crazy. They're a bad person. I'm just saying. So don't shove in my face what they're registered as, and then don't turn around and lie about it. You know.
Yeah. So, all right. So, you gotta give us a thumbs up to go full bore. All right.
Big Al's just like, I'm just gonna stay out of
it. I'll be welcome to debate anybody here.
Pleasant Valley Picker, yeah, they hide their faces, and that kind of proves they're up to no good.
Well, yes and no, because our ICE agents have to cover their faces so that their families don't get doxxed. All that, but
no, I see your point. I get your point. I really do.
And is it really that's kind of pathetic that we have that our officers of the law
it shouldn't be that way.
And protect their family.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. When anarchists want to destroy government, my question is to them: which would be what better would you replace it with?
That's just it. If I thought they had any ideas to replace it with something better, I might be more willing to listen. But at least so far, I have yet to hear anyone telling me great ideas for how to replace the government.
Yeah.
So
let's see. The latest news I heard from BML is the black people have the right to violence. Oh God, yeah. You remember seeing seeing that one there, Curtis?
I haven't seen that one. No.
No. So one of the BLM leaders came out and said that because they were oppressed and because of slavery and all that, they have the right to be violent towards white people.
I have seen the video of a member of BLM talking about how the final solution is to eliminate all white people. Well, I mean, I've seen it. I've seen that.
Well, here's a question for you. BLM is ranked in hundreds of millions of dollars over the last 5 to 10 years.
Right on. There. Showing that they're a better organization than mine. Anyway, go ahead.
How many people in the black communities have been helped? How many communities have been helped by that? How many community centers have been built? How many parks have been built? How many education centers have been built? You know,
I'm gonna guess.
Instead, I could tell you the leader, that Patrice something. She bought 4 homes for him, all of them in predominantly white neighborhoods. One of the neighborhoods was 94% white. So you know, practice what you preach. You know, you say, where's all this money go? It's just one big embezzlement fee, and most of the money kind of got sifted. A lot of money got sifted back to white Democratic politicians. How come it didn't go towards any of the black?
Well, I mean, it's a good point. Why didn't it? In fact, I'm looking that up right now. The FP.com, which I have no idea if that's a good site or not. $90 million collected in donations. Where did it go? You want me to share and start reading that one instead? Because I think
let's catch up on chats first, and then
yeah.
We got like 5 chats. Like the babies that celebrated Charlie's murder, then cried when they got fired. Hope they never get another job. Well, I think that's a wake-up call for a lot of them that got fired, you know. And, you know, if they learned their lesson, you know, I hope they could get another job, you know. But if they didn't, oh, fuck them. Let's see.
No, I'm right there with you.
It's like when they revisionize history and say the Holocaust never happened. Holy crap, I seen a bunch of videos of that, and someone said they're tweaking numbers there. No government is better than any government, says Matt Cheatwood.
There is an argument to be made for that, but there's an argument to be made for that too. So
yeah. Let's see. Anarchy is rule of criminal goons with guns. Oh, wow! I thought that was the government there.
yeah, it kind of is.
If you're black and have money, do you want to live in a black neighborhood? I don't want. I wouldn't even want to live in one if I was poor. How many white folks have helped employ black folks and helped them? Well, black folks have employed them too. You know that's not white folks. And
Oh
hey,
yeah,
Daniels,
no, not wrong.
and so is there more trouble afoot? Oh yeah, but I know King's protests are going to be mostly peaceful because the gray hair per capita is higher than the weight per capita at a Comic-Con.
Well, that and Granny Walton probably told them, now I'm spending billions of dollars on this. I don't want to see any hooliganism.
Hey, Esther Walton, there will take them over their knee there, and Zeb will just sit there and watch.
Yeah,
they lost a job, not their life. Yeah, exactly. They're saying hello, Suzanne's doing good. All right, so let's pull up this article.
All right, BLM collected over $90 million. Where did it go? Now, I remember one of my friends, I was talking about things, and go ahead.
Well,
go ahead.
I can tell you. Well, I can tell you about the $90 million. It's all from their accountant. You know why?
Don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Right. But I told
clip. I wanted to play it.
I told him that I hated BLM, and he acted like I was a big freaking racist. And I was baffled until I realized where he got all of his information from.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, go ahead.
See, I'm not a fan of BLM, though I'm more of a fan of ALS. All life splatter.
Oh, yes.
All life splatter.
Nice.
You want to block the fucking road? You're getting ran over.
I like Cthulhu and his No Lives Matter organization. But
Asteroid 2026, right?
Yes. Here we have a man holding a Black Lives Matter at a mostly peaceful 2020 protest in Atlanta, Georgia. You can tell it's peaceful, because of all the flames. As its leaders spent the money on tailored suits, birthday parties, and big-ass mansions, almost none of it went to the cause.
Yeah. Hey, can I address something on
Go for it. Yes.
Suzanne, I'm not buying into it either. Because I know a lot of good black people, and I know a lot of good white people.
Oh, there are. And here's the deal.
I know some really shitty white people and really shitty black people.
Exactly. Here's the deal. The title of the organization is brilliant. Black Lives Matter. How can anybody argue with that? Because obviously it's true. It's like Make America Healthy Again. How can you argue with that? Everybody wants, but I think that it's kind of that communist thing where we're going to name our organization the opposite of what it actually is, like the Ministry of Truth writes a bunch of lies and propaganda. The Ministry of Love tortures people and puts people in prison, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, hey, Nemesis of Eden actually knows the I don't know how to pronounce all of it, though.
I'll let you read it.
Well, I'll do my best, but I don't know the pronunciation. But Cthulhu, Cthulhu, Magnagal Fatagan. That's as close as I can get.
All right. So, all right, let's get this article read up so we can get the Dark Shadows.
Yeah, let's do that. Can you name the scrappy startup that struck gold in 2020, earning its 3 female founders worldwide fame and $90 million in company revenue, multi-million-dollar homes, and a production deal with Warner Brothers? The fuck soon followed while friends and family were showered in consultant gigs worth millions of dollars. Capitalizing on the lucrative opportunities afforded to them as high-profile progressives, the three celebrity founders moved on, leaving the operation to wither in the hands of deputies who sadly turned on each other. A remarkable spate of legal trouble, brushes with law enforcement, and tangles with the Internal Revenue Service have all but spelled the death of the enterprise that you probably know best as Black Lives Matter. This was written in 2022. The gentleman, unfortunately, was wrong. They're alive and well. The spectacular rise and fall of BLM has surprisingly little in common with earlier civil rights campaigns, other than perhaps good intentions. How BLM's leaders exploited George Floyd's murder to raise millions that they put into their own pockets more closely resembles the stories of famous grifters like Elizabeth Holmes of Theranos or Sam Bankman-Fried's foray into effective altruism. I can only read this so far, and unfortunately, it's got like a paywall. But the little bit I can get into, think back for a minute in 2020 when George Floyd was killed by police, and I know you debate that, but that's what this guy's saying. The tens of thousands of people on the left who protested despite COVID-19 wrote Black Lives Matter in the middle of roads, took over a handful of downtowns in places like Minneapolis and Seattle. Think back to the panicked response by corporations that vowed to do better.
Yeah. Hey, you pronounced that wrong.
Which one? COVID?
No, it's not Minneapolis. It's Murderapolis.
Oh, Muggerapolis. Nice. But think back to the panicked response by corporations that vowed to do better by Black America, revved up their diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, and threw millions of dollars at BLM. Think back to the presidential race where defunding the police was a top issue. Here we are now with DEI programs in retreat, which is more true now than it was then. Corporations no longer willing to make political statements, which should have been true even then. And the left more obsessed with Israel than police reform. On the campaign trail, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris compete to be the law and order candidate. So this must have been updated because she wasn't a candidate in 2022. Oh, 2024. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, Kamala Harris put a bunch of money into a fund there to bail these people out too.
And she tries to say that that's not true, but then you find statements where she brags about it. So BLM 4 years later looks little more than a hustle. So
yeah.
The latest proof point came earlier this month when Tyree Conyers Page, aka Sir Major Page, the 35-year-old former leader of the BLM chapter of Greater Atlanta, was sentenced to 42 months in federal prison for money laundering and wire fraud. Pocketing $450,000 raised from 18,000 donors to fight for George Floyd in the movement, Page spent lavishly on herself, splurging on tailored suits, nightclub bar tabs, an evening with a prostitute, and as he texted to a friend, a big-ass cribbo that he bought in Ohio after he, quote, won the lottery. And sadly, the rest of it's behind a paywall. So,
All right. Yeah, so none of the money went to where it's supposed to. None of the money was supposed to go to.
You are correct, and I like your idea. Yeah, let's call it about then.
Let's catch up on chats. You can't get more simplistic than literally reducing things to black and white.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't always do that there. The $90 million all went to George Soros there. Oh, no, it went to like Chuck Schumer and a few others, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure a lot of it did.
Yeah. I won't, but yeah, we already covered this here. I'm not trying to. And don't agree with everything Trump does, but I love his honesty.
And I am apologetic if it sounds like we are. It's not. It's like I said, obviously Black Lives Matter. It's not that we're saying that black people are bad. It's not saying that all Democrats are bad, but this organization is not what people have been sold.
All Black Lives Matter was a couple people spotted a chance to make a shit ton of money, and they bezzled it. They did
And
not
they
go
got
and
it.
help the black communities. They did not
See,
go to help black people. Because you know how much we could make those schools better. You know how we could have built like community centers or even playgrounds or basketball courts that give these kids a place to go so they're not out on the streets causing problems.
You could take 1/90th of that and put it into, like say the school system that services Turley, Oklahoma, and you could make a beautiful school. But no, we're gonna blow it all on prostitutes and blow.
They don't need to make a beautiful school. They could have made a better school with updated technology, updated curriculum, and all that other stuff.
Well, no, you have a point. It wouldn't have to even be that fancy. Just effective, and hire a few good teachers, or I mean. But there's so many better places that money could have gone.
Or they could have even done a bunch of rallies and activist stuff, but no, they decided to burn down the cities. And let's see, they spent it all on one big $90 million pair of Air Jordans.
Oh,
let's see.
accounting.
And we covered this one. I'm not sure what that's all about with the children.
Oh. Do you know who Cthulhu is?
I'm guessing some ancient god, a snake god or something.
Well, he's like a fictional evil death god. And there's a whole Cthulhu. Have you ever heard of the author H.P. Lovecraft?
I've heard of him, but never read anything.
Hold on. I can make this quick. Image of Cthulhu. All right. All right. This is. I think I'll use this image here. This is Cthulhu. And this is the author H.P. Lovecraft, but there's a whole bunch of books that were written in the 20s and 30s that are classic horror. They were inspiring to Stephen King and Ray Bradbury and tons of other authors of horror. And Cthulhu is just this ancient, horrible, chaotic, evil death god. So, anyway. Now that I've ruined the conversation, you want to start it back up?
No, well, it's obvious Black Lives Matter, and unlike Cardi, who lies every day like a cheap rug,
right?
I think all lives matter.
Yes,
I still think I like the ALS, but
thank you, names of Eden.
We've gone. I have no idea what's going on.
Is that Biden in the chat?
No, because what Nemesis put was actually comprehensive. I understood more what Nemesis said than what ever Biden said. At least Kahula could probably say a full sentence without 5 jump cuts in it.
Long live the Junkticons.
Unlike when you issued that debate challenge to Trump, you had to have 5 different fucking jump cuts in it.
Oh, God.
That was bad. They couldn't even do one sentence without having to chop it up. Long live the Junkticons. The video was so smart a creation that you could tell why you were gathering.
Oh, hey, Booger. Welcome.
Booger. Oh, please, murder apples ain't shit on us.
Right.
Hey, there's at least one murder a day up there. And the city's only like 300,000.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. So it's smaller than Tulsa, although to be fair, Tulsa has a pretty decent murder rate.
I should just the city of Murderapolis is 300,000. St. Paul's like 300,000.
Gotcha.
But the
Okay.
whole metro area is like 5 million. The whole
Yeah.
metro area is
So
5
the
million.
metro area itself is actually much bigger than the Tulsa metro area.
Yeah, but just the actual city's like 350, 400,000.
Gotcha. I can't remember how big Tulsa is. It doesn't matter. But
Well,
the point is,
well,
yeah, that's too many murders.
well, speaking of Tulsa, there, you know what Tulsa is backwards?
It's a slut.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what's a slut backwards?
Tulsa.
$100.
Oh no! But
I got sheep there, but the ton. Maybe they should work on Israel police reform. Just saying.
maybe so. Maybe so.
That's a topic for another day there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk. Maybe we'll get together and we'll do another one on Israel there.
Yeah, we'll
Counting
really
sheep,
offend
hello.
everybody then. Everybody will hate us on both sides. But
I need some wool. I need some wool. Those are business expenses.
Yes, of course. The booger gets it.
Oh God, that reminds me of. Do you remember that video I sent you with? It had Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and the boss was coming into the office yelling there, and it had like the Democrats and USAID and all that stuff, and they're trying to justify spending like $26,000 in a night for dinner with the clients. Yes. I remember that one. Yes. I don't have it ready, or else I'd play that for the closing thing. If you,
that would be fantastic.
Unless it's still in here. The article is an example of why it's important to find more than a single source about any topic.
No, you're not wrong, and I did have more sources, but I'm just slow about conveying information. So
Glenn Beck does an excellent breakdown of a lot of this stuff. I'm an avid supporter of Glenn Beck.
Right,
and not at all curse. I'm saying that we have bad in all colors and shades. Yeah, exactly.
Agreed.
It's the candidates you vote for when you are tired of the lesser of two evils.
Yes, I am sick to death. But this last time I voted for Trump. Just for the
it's not fictional.
That's a scary
Did you
thought.
put a poll up or not? I didn't.
Oh, I did.
I didn't.
No, I didn't. I thought I did, but I don't think I did.
I know I didn't. Let's see. Question: There's a majority of high-paid source stars that are black. I wonder how many give a bit of money to help young. Actually, there is some of them there because they talk about that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them that'll go to like around different schools. There's a couple of them that built a great basketball courts to replace the rundown ones that they're playing at, to encourage these kids to get into more sports and they help out the thing there. There's a lot of them that do that.
Yeah, there definitely are, and as much as I'm going to say something that might piss you off, but I know Oprah is no longer popular in our places, but I do have to say she was very charitable, at least at one time. I don't know if she still is.
How would that piss me off?
Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe you don't like Oprah, because I've heard lots of stuff that I can't verify. I don't look into
I wouldn't say she was very charitable, but it doesn't mean but she may be a freaking nutcase and says some stupid shit about Evelyn. But that's one thing she was known for. But of course, I have heard that things like on some of the like when she gave everybody a card, I had to give it back after the show, but I don't know how true that is.
Oh, I hope that's not true. That would be so sadly disappointing.
And I did hear things like during the tsunami thing, the police had her special access road blocked off when people are trying to evacuate from the tsunami there. Which if it was just me, I will just punch the cop in the face, run down the gate and they can arrest me later.
Yeah, and again, I haven't verified any of that, so that's why I don't often bring it up.
None of it's verified, and I don't want to claim that it is true. It's just that rumors that got spread around.
Yeah, I've heard similar rumors, and I hope they're not true. I really do, because I used to not like her, and then she warmed up to me from some of the shows that she did. So, and I know she was an Obama supporter,
Well,
but that doesn't
well,
necessarily mean she's bad. You know.
well, you may say you warmed up to her, but think of her more as like a foot fungus. You don't want her, but she grows on you. You don't want her, but she grows on you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hail the mighty Cthulhu.
Hail Couture. Suzanne's got it right. Exactly. Yes.
Yes,
Thanks, MC.
100%.
Hi, Booger. Yes, I know some do. Harvey Chula. And,
He's
Daniel
here,
says, I
the
can't stand
Phantom
opera.
of the Opera.
Hey, yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Daniel. You'll know the opera's over when the fat lady sings.
No.
Now, which one it is up to you. But God, that reminds me of that Simpsons episode where so Homer asked Bart, he goes, or Bart, one will ask, "Is this over?" He goes, "No, it's not over until the fat lady sings." And then the other one pointed and goes, "Is that one fat enough for you?"
Mm,
And I can make fat jokes because I am fat.
I've gotten there. I didn't used to be. I used to be really skinny, and I'm losing weight. I'm getting back to being.
Well, think of it this way, Curtis. Any whip can carry a six pack. It takes a real man to carry a keg.
Well, I remember when I was skinny, I could not lift a keg, and the last Oktoberfest I worked at Oktoberfest, I was well into my 50s, and I was hauling and
Yeah.
slugging kegs with the
Oh,
best of them. So,
I'll do you what better there for one of the parties of my sister's class there. They had a
mhm.
party there. The cops showed up, and some guy decided that he grabbed a keg and started running off dragging it through the cornfield there.
Oh
The
my
cop
gosh.
just walked up to him and she told him, "You might as well just drop it. He would have gotten
Yeah.
away. He would have gotten away if he didn't decide to grab the keg."
Pleasant
See, when I went
Valley.
to high school party, I was smart. I was smart when we were at the party I was at, because when the cops showed up, everybody started hiding in closets and all that. I just turned my phone off, and me and my friend went and climbed up climbed on the roof. That we climbed up even higher because they had if you looked out, they had like a little add-on thing there, so you could climb out the
Mhm.
window onto the roof there. Then we hoisted our asses up onto the highest part of the peak there, and we sat on the back side of the house there. So if any of the cops were looking up on the roof, they'd have to go back into the woods to see high enough to where we were at. But then by that time, the trees were covering you.
Wow.
So we were found because our phones were off, so they couldn't call it, and they couldn't see us. Duh. Kids these days aren't creative enough. Let's see, the Magic Johnson Foundation, of course, he's a billionaire, so yeah.
Right.
Let's see. Oprah always seems self-serving to me. Just found a bit superficial. Yeah, exactly. I,
Suzanne knows that the Harlem Globetrotters put a ton of money back into neighborhood and communities as well as helping out autism. And that's cool. That's really
yeah.
cool.
Well, yeah, that's great right there. We need more of that. In my 20s, I
Hell
could
yeah.
lift a keg. Now I have one on my gut.
Well, I'm in my 50s and I have one on my gut and I can lift one. So take that for what it's worth. Suzanne says,
Let's see, Curtis, give me some of your you can take my.
you can have it. You can have
So
at
that
least a
PvP,
10
trade you
pound.
weight. Yeah, trade you weight.
Oh,
And
PvP's
here's a
got
link
a
to
link.
something here. And that's for Daniel. Alrighty, so Curtis, where are you sending us off to tonight?
Well, I don't have that ability because I don't have 1,000 subs, but we are doing a watch party of Dark Shadows. Next
Yeah.
week is going to be a kind of a clusterfuck for me because I'm going to be off for several days, but I work the weekends next week totally, all of them. So I'm going to have to find a way to sneak some stuff. Like I want to continue my watch parties of all 3 shows that I've been doing. Today I snuck in some. What did I sneak in today? I snuck in my thing about the Constitution. The other night I snuck in a watch party of Moonlight, and tonight we're going to do Dark Shadows.
Yeah.
And I need to send the link to the people that want to be on. Do you want to be on it, Gorilla? Do you want to be in the panel? He's like,
no, I might be heading out here to
okay,
in a
okay,
little bit, but
fair
I'll be
point.
in the chat for sure. But
Fair point. I'm going to send the StreamYard link to the usual suspects, and I've picked out some episodes. Unless PvP's got some, I'll be happy to defer to him. But if not, I have some picked out, so we've got something
so
to
you guys
watch.
are big fluffers. So you guys are big fluffers.
We
only watching the good
are,
stuff.
and I've tried to be. I'm always trying to be the centrist. I tried to figure out some kind of compromise or something. God bless you, Larry,
Yeah.
if you're listening. I would still love to do the Dark Shadows from the beginning, but right now, I'm deferring to
Yeah.
PvP's expertise.
I just
And
got to give you a crap on that because, like, when we watch shows, I try, or I'll at least give the show a chance. Sometimes we'll quit the show like after like one season or something.
I understand.
But I want to watch even the bad episodes because I feel like you can't appreciate the good episodes if you don't watch the bad episodes also.
And I get that. I'm just like, I'm still new enough that I'm just trying to get some people to collaborate with me. And maybe if I were less cheesy or whatever, I'd do a better job at that. But
oh no, your channel's great. There, I like
thank
listening to
you.
your
Well,
channel.
God bless you, and I love your channel, Gorillas. I'm sorry I've been so. Like I said on one of my earlier streams, either today or the one before, between the chronic fatigue and the job, and don't get me wrong, God, thank you for the job. The job is actually great. It's just with the chronic fatigue, it actually exhausts the fuck out of me. So,
Yeah.
but anyway,
Yeah.
what have you got going on, good sir?
Oh, there is Dark Shadows tonight, Mike. You're welcome. Today you can take a lot of weight from me. Girl is heading out to battle Antifa. Well, so did the 86 Airborne Speedo, the 86 Speedo Guerrilla Airborne. And Courtesy picked them, and I haven't picked any.
Yeah, I've got them picked.
And
I've got them
Booger
picked.
on your channel says I like your channel. And Gorilla,
Thank you.
there are 209 episodes of Dark Shadows before Barnabas the Vampire came in and saved the show from cancellation. And it is. That's just 209 more episodes you got to watch. And I've done very little live streaming, but I have a dormant StreamYard account that I plan to use at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, so but first I want to thank you everybody for coming. This was, if Chris is up for it, I'd love to do this again, putting some of these controversial issues in crayon eating terms.
Well, and
I thought this tonight went very well.
I know this may not have been a Tim Pool level of thing, but I hope we at least shared. I know we were biased. I'll just be open. I know we were biased. We're open about our bias. But I think that, like, friends of mine who think that you're a racist for not liking BLM, no, that you can be not racist and still not like BLM because there are legitimate reasons not to. And same with Antifa. You can be against them without being a hardcore right wing fascist because there's legitimate reasons not to like them. And there it is.
Yeah, and for me, we're gonna try to do Dream Warriors tomorrow. I still got my crappy computer there. Um, then Tuesday will be the cigar lounge there. Then on Thursday will be Twilight Zone, and then Friday we'll have our Walton's review.
All right.
So-
Sounds great.
So with that, everyone have a good night. Thank you very much for being here. Remember to be a gorilla, and just remember, when it comes to listening to me, you just got to remember one thing.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
That's fantastic.